Many creators create their digital products and then they put it out there and then there's no sales. And then they were wondering if they're solving a real pain point, but the worst case is they actually stop chasing their dreams. So you don't want to be like them, right? In this video, I want to show you a way to not only get sales on the day you launch, but you also get a bunch of raving fans who would even go on to support your future products. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? But first of all, I want us to go back in time and look at the way we build products in factory. Usually we design the product, we build it, we put it in store, and then we hope that someone would buy it, right? That's the old way. But if you look at fast fashion brands like Uniqlo, H&M, Zara, you would see that a lot of times they're watching the consumer taste change, and when it changes, they would create new stuff to match with that taste. So how do you replicate this kind of model of working closely with the consumer on the internet? And the answer is build your digital products in public. You might be wondering why I'm talking so much about building in public, and that's because I'm the author of a Build in Public guide. I'm also the creator and instructor of a cohort-based course called Build in Public Mastery, which I run a few times a year. And recently, Career Magazine by MailChimp also featured my Build in Public concept in their last issue. And you can see that I build all my digital products in public because I know that it's easier when I'm doing it with my raving fans. So the first thing when it comes to creating a digital product is that I pretend to be a dummy. So I'm not the type of creator that goes, hey, I really know how the product looks like, and then go and build it. I actually start with a blank state and I rely on people around me to tell me what to do. To give you a concrete example, so I recently launched the book Find Joy in Chaos, and guess what? When I had the idea of writing a Twitter book, I didn't go ahead and write it right away. I actually scheduled 10 45 minutes call with my potential readers, and all I did was sit there and I asked them, hey, can you read my table of contents line by line and tell me which line, which chapter excite you, which chapter is boring to you? Tell me what you're thinking at the moment. So later on, I can look at their reactions and I can restructure the book before I even started writing. Now you might be wondering, hey Kavan, well, you have an audience, but I didn't have anyone around me, so how can I get these beta readers or beta users for my new products? Well, the answer is quite simple. Honestly, a lot of times you actually don't need followers on social media to get started. When I started writing the Build in Public guide, I was in your shoes. I had no followers, and you know what I did? I went to a forum with a page Building in Public, and I started helping people, I started connecting to people, I started messaging people so that I can get 10 or 15 people that I can talk to already. So what you want to do is think about where the people that you want to find hang out on the internet and just reach out to them. If you're sincere, if you're polite, usually I would say up to 80% people love to help you. Then the second thing I do is that I don't make all the decisions myself. This is actually really hard because as an entrepreneur, as a creator, when you're creating a new product, you're supposed to be the expert to that, right? So all the goodies should be in your head and you don't really need other people's help. But that's the biggest trap we see in entrepreneurship, because oftentimes when you have this mindset, you build a lot of products that no one wants. So what I do is I actually don't trust myself. I don't trust my brain. I rely on data and research to tell me if I'm doing the right thing. So when I was working on my book Find Joy in Chaos, I actually didn't know if people like or actually understand the book cover. So I posted on Twitter and asked people what they feel like. Later on, I decided, hey, it would be really good if I added some behind the scenes videos to my Twitter book. So I asked people, hey, here are the 8 chapter titles that I feel like I should talk about, but tell me which one is not that attractive to you. And guess what? People tell me, and then I rank them, and then I got rid of the bottom 3 and I added 3 new ones. And there's a side benefit other than getting help and getting data points, which is every time you ask for help like that in public, it's a touch point in people's mind to get that awareness to your product. So imagine you're doing this for like a month or 2 and you get like 7 to 8 touch point to people. By the time you launch, they already know what you're building. And basically you don't even need to sell them because they have watched you build through the process. The third thing I do when I build my digital product is that I update people all the time. So the way I see this is that if these people are helpful to me in my building journey towards this product, the least I can do is also respect them and actually update them about the latest development. So what I would do is on social media like Twitter or on my email list, I would constantly, maybe once every 2 weeks, update them some new exciting developments so that I'm actually prepping them for what's coming next. And this is so good because, you know, a lot of people, really a lot of people, they would share one update and then they would disappear 2 to 3 weeks to build their stuff, and then they would come back another 3 weeks later. And you know, without that consistency, people don't think you're serious. They don't think you're putting enough time in your product. So you really need to show up, you know, frequently at a regular basis to share your updates to the fans around you. You should treat them like VIPs, you know, give them the front row to your theater. So if you do all these 3 things, I guarantee you don't even need to sell them. You basically just need to let them know that you're launching the product, and because you have been very helpful in the journey, here's a free version you can get. And if you can help me spread the word, I would appreciate you very much. You just need to say that, and I can guarantee you again, more than 70% of people would be jumping out there and be like, Kavan, let me help you out. So while you're watching this video to learn how to build your digital product, if you're also watching other videos that kind of promise you that you can build a product in 7 days and make 6 figures, I would be a little careful about that, because building a good product and nurturing raving fans take time, and building public is the way to do it. So if you're sick of all these like grow fast, make money fast type of content, and you believe that this is actually a better way to do it, I hope that you can share this video with your friends so that we can all build some amazing digital products with our raving fans.